So, like 2 days ago, my sister asked me, "Why do you want gold and silver? No, just silver for your birthday." And I replied with, "Well, because all our trading states are deciding to drop the US dollar very soon, in 1 to 2 years, or even sooner." No response. It's because my family doesn't believe that this is actually happening. When there are so many articles, so many videos, and not of people, of the actual politicians, of the actual leaders of those countries buying gold and silver. It's all over the news. Countries are storing up on gold and silver. And yet, what more proof do you people need? Like, if if people were all buying bomb shelters, you would think that a bomb's going to hit. If you could notice things, you would think, "Oh, people, everyone except me is buying a bomb shelter. I should buy a bomb shelter because a bomb's probably going to hit," and they all are listening to what the news says, and they're learning the real news, not the fake news, not the bullshit, useless news that they throw up on you. Like, "This man saved a dog from the tree. Oh, this woman, this Palo Alto woman, works at a tech company," and blah, 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 blah. Useless shit that won't benefit the world in any way. Boring, useless news. But anyways, gold and silver are going to be a huge currency. The yuan, which is Asian money, that's a good way to put it, once was talking about back in January, I think it was January, might have been February, to put the yuan with gold standard. But I'm not sure if that happened because a bunch of articles were mixed saying it did, other articles saying it didn't. But obviously it didn't, because then the world would be, let's just say, a little different. Because if the yuan switched to gold standard, then we would have to switch to gold standard because they are traders. They trade with us. So if they won't take US currency, US fiat currency, paper, which has no backing behind it, it's just printed in excess. They can just print as much of it as they want. Because the Federal Reserve isn't federal, it's a privately owned bank by private owned people who are rich. Bet you didn't know that, family. And they can print up as much money as possible, even if they haven't paid the money that they just borrowed um, off. They can just keep printing it, and that's why we're in such terrible debt. Because it's fiat currency, it's not real currency. Gold and silver are something you can hold in your hand and have in your house, and it's yours. If you put that gold and silver in a bank and trust it in a bank, it's theirs, regardless if they say it's yours. The bank has enough money right now to give you 6 cents out of your $100. If there was a collapse, they could take all your money. It's theirs. It's in the bank. The only reason I have a bank account is because you kind of need one. If you do digital online sales, or if you do marketing, sell things online, you need a card, a PayPal with it. But Grandma's dog's barking because at night the dog barks. She brings it in the house. She leaves it in the garage in a cage all night. Then in the morning she lets it outside. Then in the daytime it barks. They tell it not to bark. Then at night it barks again on purpose so it can come in, go in the cage, get a little bit of attention, and that's the cycle. No one walks it. No one really. It gets love when it gets love, pretty much. Why don't you give it love? Because it's not my dog. It's not my responsibility. Just because I live here doesn't make it my dog. So yeah, invest in gold and silver. Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I drew a blank.